Steve Bannon, you called China the greatest existential threat ever faced by the United States. Can you tell us more about why you think that?
It shouldn't be raising its head today. That's the problem. The problem is that the elites in this world, the capital markets guys from Frankfurt, the City of London, Wall Street, the international corporations, they've been running this scam for 20 years, financing and providing the technology to a radical cadre, the CCP, that's built up this kind of Frankenstein monster that's essentially gutted the working class people throughout the world. Brexit and 2016 are inextricably linked. Why is that? It's a revolt by working class people, particularly in formerly heavily manufacturing countries, that live in a new serfdom, where you have this massive concentration of power, this massive concentration of wealth, and that the middle class and the working class, of which I come from a working class family, have been eviscerated. And there's not a bond of trust, because you shouldn't trust them. They're not trustworthy. This whole revolution that's going on now throughout the world that you're going to see on Sunday night that George Galloway just mentioned, it's working class people in the United States and places like Ohio and Michigan and Pennsylvania, and places like Italy and France and the United Kingdom and others that are saying they've had enough. They understand now, they're starting to understand what goes on. And what shocks me of the mainstream media, of all these organizations and all the money, we've been beating this dead horse of this hoax of this Russian collusion with the Trump organization. For the last 20 years, the most significant story was the radicalization of the Chinese Communist Party to suppress their own people, the noble and decent people of the People's Republic of China, and turn it basically into slave labor for the West, so they can make goods for the corporatists at higher margins and sell it back to the unemployed and underemployed in the West. That day is over. What you saw with President Trump and others, we've now engaged in what we understand is an economic war against the industrial democracies, an economic war against working class people. And that war is by the radical cadre of the CCP, by Wall Street, by the City of London, and by the international corporations. And that is over.